With the top story this hour, fugitive Indian businessman Nirav Modi has been arrested by Scotland Yard in London. The Enforcement Directorate of India has confirmed the diamond merchant's arrest. Modi, who's been arrested on behalf of Indian authorities, is expected to be produced in court shortly. He has appeared in a Westminster court. In fact, Wion has learnt that he was brought in through the back door. His hearing is due to begin shortly. This arrest comes 2 days after a warrant was issued against the fugitive billionaire. A non-bailable warrant has been issued against Nirav Modi's wife, Amy Modi, at the ED's request. Remember, he's accused in India's biggest banking fraud. He's been accused of defrauding the Punjab National Bank of $2 billion. His uncle, Mehul Choksi, the owner of Gitanjali Jewellers, is also a co-accused in the case. Now, the tycoon Nirav Modi fled to UK from India shortly after the scam came to light in January 2018. Now, this is indeed big news when it comes to India. Remember, Nirav Modi has been absconding from the law. He surfaced a few weeks ago when a journalist in Britain managed to track him down and asked him questions on camera. He, of course, refused to answer any of their questions, kept saying no comment. We, in fact, spoke with some senior lawyers, Ujjwal Nikam and Sanjay Hegde, to find out what exactly the impact of this latest decision is going to be on the case that India is pursuing against Nirav Modi. This is what they told us. Listen in.
It's a very positive move made by our investigator agency. And in fact, when Nirav Modi was traced in England, then immediately steps were taken to arrest him on to execute the warrant which Interpol had done it. And accordingly, the Westminster Magistrate issued a non-bailable warrant. He will now require to appear before the court. And at the same time, the court will ask him whether he would like to go back to India as per the request of the Indian government. And if he says yes, then the British government has to finally make an endorsement. But if Nirav Modi says no, then naturally the process of further extradition proceeding will commence. Now, according to the extradition treaty and according to the extradition law, now you see the whatever the evidence which has been collected by the Indian investigating agency will require to satisfy the British court, British judge, as to how there is a prima facie evidence against Nirav Modi for committing various offences under the Indian Penal Code as well as the Foreign Exchange Act and so many things. And once the British court is satisfied that there is a prima facie evidence against him, which will be placed before the court by the Crown Prosecution Service, who is working as a prosecuting agency on behalf of the India as per the extradition treaty, then the court will pass necessary order.
I don't see anything as a win or a loss. This is a stage in the legal process. It's rather well known that the British authorities at an earlier stage had not particularly done anything because they deemed that the earlier Indian request had not been acted upon and India did not seem serious. It is only after the exposure by the Telegraph that things have now seemed to be falling in place. He has been arrested by the Magistrates court, which will, of course, in a normal circumstance, be expected to grant him bail so that he can defend the extradition process. We've seen this thing happen before with Vijay Mallya. We saw how the proceedings in the Magistrates court stretched out over a period of at least 6 months. It's only after the magistrate passes his formal recommendation does the Home Secretary get to act. I would not be very sanguine that Mr. Modi will be back home in India before the election. I do hope that whichever government comes into power later also keeps the pressure intact.